real talk. We're about to talk about some crystals, talk about specifically August crystals. So these are crystals to use in this month specifically to assist you with alignment, expansion, intuitive growth, and grounding. This is not an all-inclusive list, okay? There are probably many more. Right now we're going to be talking about like fire activating crystals, which again, this is not an all-inclusive list. There are many more. But we'd be here all night if I talked about every fire activating crystal. So we're going to talk about 4 crystals, specifically for alignment, expansion, and intuitive growth. Okay, the first one we're going to talk about is my top 10 favorite. Because I don't know I don't know what would be my favorite, but one of my top 10 is Carnelian. So this is a piece of my Carnelian. It's a Carnelian heart. This is the crystal. So I love Carnelian because it's a very gentle, loving hug of a crystal. Carnelian specifically is great for people who are creative. So if you're a singer, a writer, a dancer, anything like that, you will love the energy of Carnelian. It is considered an activator crystal, meaning accelerator on its own. So like right now we're in an energy of acceleration. You can use this at any time. You don't just have to use it in August, but because we are already in activation, the Carnelian crystal is going to help move that forward even more. So the Carnelian Carnelian crystals, rocks, stones are great for root and sacral chakra ignition, meaning they help to move out any stuck energy in your root chakra and your sacral chakra, which are for grounding and expression. This confident crystal assists us in our own vitality or our chi, whichever way you like to think about energy. But it enhances that forward momentum that we are looking for. Now, the really awesome thing about Carnelian is that it helps us to respond with compassion, with grace, with wisdom, instead of reacting. So because it is both root and sacral, it's going to kind of give us a sort of hesitation point. And now there are times when hesitation is good and there's times when hesitation is bad. And when we're in a space of reactivity, hesitation is good. Okay. And Carnelian is going to sort of enhance that sort of hesitation point when in reactivity so that we don't just react, we respond. Now, this is really important because remember we were talking about sort of that elder dynamic at the top of this episode. Carnelian is specifically great, explicitly great, implicitly great, I don't know, all of the greats for supporting elder care without burning out. And anything, any sort of communication or conversational burnout that occurs from just, being dumped on too much, Carnelian is the crystal for you. Okay. So if you're a nurse, a caregiver, a healer, a yoga instructor who's around a lot of people all the time and you're talking a lot or listening a lot, Carnelian is the crystal for you, which is why I have a lot of it. I have so many pieces of Carnelian because I really like it. Now we're going to talk about citrine. I only have one piece of citrine, which is totally weird. And here it is. Here is my piece of citrine. This is natural citrine. It is not heat treated. Just so you know, there are people who sell fake citrine and it's usually super yellow. But this is natural citrine. So citrine is a joyful crystal. And if you're somebody who gambles a lot, then citrine is a great crystal for people who are very spontaneous and they like to go out there and play the slot machines and stuff like that. It's considered a brightener crystal. It's great for helping with clarity, with enhancing our self-worth because it operates in the solar plexus chakra. And it helps keep our energy bright so that we don't get drained by other people. So we're specifically talking about these crystals because we're feeling the energies, right, which are kind of creating a lot of stress or anxiety or sort of that energy drain. So these particular crystals, especially citrine and carnelian, are going to counterbalance that so that we don't get our energy siphoned. Citrine also is great for affirmations. It's going to anchor in your abundance mindset. And it's going to strengthen your emotional neutrality so that you don't get drained. And then we're going to talk about Moonstone. So I got this beautiful moonstone, some rainbow moonstone today. This is one of the crystals that I was like running around. This, I don't know if I probably am not going to be able to show you just because there's so many lights. But this has a beautiful blue flash. It's just so pretty. Yeah, it's right there. But I don't think I'm going to be able to show you guys because of the lights, but it's got a really good blue flash. Okay. Anyway, Moonstone is great as a regulator crystal. So it's going to help balance this energy sort of naturally. It's also great for dreaming. So like most people put Moonstone by their bed or under their pillow because it's going to create emotional balance, and anything that's out of balance emotionally, it's going to bring into balance naturally. So it is a natural intuitive crystal. It's great to help soften overwhelm. So like if you're feeling super anxious, stressed out, it's like even I just was holding it for a second, but even I'm like kind of slowing down a little bit as I'm talking about it. It's going to help soften that overwhelm and kind of bring us back down to a grounded center. Also helps us to kind of read in between the lines. If you have a lot of people who like to say stuff without saying anything, get some Moonstone. It's gonna help make some sense of things. Anyway, let's talk about tourmaline. This is tourmaline. I got this today because I didn't have any tourmaline for some reason. I have a lot of onyx and I have a lot of jet, but I had no tourmaline. So I had to go buy some tourmaline today. Tourmaline is a fantastic protector crystal. Remember when we were talking about like energy projections and I said, I really don't do like return to sender. I do mirror. So I put up a mirror and anything somebody sends to me, it bounces off of me and goes back to them, right? It's like I'm rubber, you're glue, right? That's tourmaline. Tourmaline is rubber. Okay. It's going to make anything that somebody sends to you bounce off of you and go back to them. It's their own fault. Also a fantastic grounding crystal. It shields, it protects, and it creates valid, lasting boundaries, or at least helps you get clear on the boundaries that you want to have. It's going to help neutralize that sort of energy dumping, that sliming effect, and it's going to help anchor your nervous system. So if you're feeling really heightened, grab some tourmaline and it's going to help bring you to that sort of grounded center. The other really awesome thing about tourmaline is it helps keep your aura clean. And remember, if your aura gets weighed down and gets weakened, then you have no energetic protection. So it's important to keep your auric field strong, and tourmaline is a great crystal to have with you to make sure that happens. So these crystals all work together. Okay, yes, they're amazing on their own, of course, but if you work them together, some really cool stuff happens. So this is again, like we could talk about pairings forever, but we're going to just like talk about it kind of, I'm going to give you 3 options, okay? So we have carnelian and citrine. So if you pair these two together, you create activation with confidence, meaning as you move forward, you do so with confidence, knowing that you can handle it, that you know exactly what you want, and you are working forward with divine action. If you are to pair Moonstone with tourmaline, you're going to have intuitive growth and protection. Okay, so this is really great if you're somebody who likes to like astral project or lucid dream or remote viewing, right? That kind of a thing. These are going to be 2 great crystals to pair together. Now, if you pair all 4 of them together, which I'm obviously going to do since I have all 4 here in front of me, this is for aligned expansion without depletion. So that means we're moving forward on the path. I'm not getting emotionally zapped. My emotions, my mental capacity is going to stay even. So I'm not going to have this sort of whiplash of, too fast, slow down, too fast, slow down. We want to avoid that. And so pairing all four of these crystals together helps with that.